What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lamont TV. Today we're going to talk about a story that got a lot of people outraged online and honestly is raising some serious questions about fraternity culture or when the line should be drawn. A fraternity member who's reportedly around the age of 29 years old allegedly went back to campus and took part in hazing prospect members who were trying to cross. What was supposed to be a brotherhood tradition turned into some criminal investigations after one of the pledges was left seriously injured, and details about what allegedly happened are very disturbing. Now, before we get into Rickey Smiley's reaction, I want you guys to see exactly what happened first. I'm going to play the news report so you can hear the facts and see why this story has so many people talking. After that, we're going to break down Rickey Smiley's response because he didn't hold back. He had some very strong words about hazing, accountability, and what he believes needs to change. Once you've seen everything, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Do you think that traditions like this have gone way too far, or do you think that the situation like this is just a result of individuals just abusing their power? Let's get into it.
Florida, a Secret Service agent just facing a judge after he was arrested in a fraternity hazing incident. The agent is among 3 people accused in a series of beatings with canes and paddles. At least 1 victim was sent to the hospital with kidney failure and required surgery. The Secret Service says its employee is on administrative leave and has been since the agency was notified about this incident. NBC News legal affairs reporter Gary Grumbach joins me now with more on this. So, Gary, what are we learning about what happened in this incident and the alleged role of the Secret Service agent?
Yeah, we do know that 29-year-old Secret Service agent, former Secret Service agent, now on administrative leave, Marquez Christopher Pinder, was placed on administrative leave after victims reported several days of beatings back in April related to a University of Miami NPHC fraternity. In a hearing this morning in state court, he was ordered to not have no contact with anyone involved in the situation, from the victims to the other defendants to anyone related to Kappa Alpha Psi, that NPHC fraternity. He held the title, apparently, of Dean of Pledges for this Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity at the University of Miami there in Coral Gables. And the allegations are really striking here, so to speak. They are paddling their butts and their backs. Victims reported urinating blood, just horrific stuff here. Backside was bleeding through the underwear and the pants of one of the victims, according to an affidavit written by his local police down there in Sweetwater, Florida. And had the victim not sought emergency treatment, they say he could have suffered from renal failure and potentially even died. So some very serious allegations here against this Secret Service officer.
Really graphic allegations, Gary. We know that hazing is already illegal in Florida. Both the University of Miami and this fraternity also have specific bans on hazing. So how are these organizations responding? Do we have a sense of whether anyone on campus will also face consequences?
We're not hearing a response from the University of Miami or the fraternity just yet, but what we are seeing is this rash of hazing incidents around the country that we've seen over the past couple of years, and states and localities taking these incidents incredibly seriously, right? This is something that in recent years has gone from just being a minor crime to a very serious incident, as we've seen people die. We saw the student at Penn State University die after some serious hazing incidents. So this is certainly something they're taking very seriously and not letting any sort of incident go by without addressing it.
Now, after you hear everything that these young men had to actually endure, it's very sick and disgusting. Like, you have to actually go through this process just to become a part of this fraternity. You got to let a grown man sit there and beat you with a paddle. Now, that's just sick. Now, one person who didn't hold back from this is comedian and radio host Rickey Smiley. As a part of this fraternity himself, Rickey had a whole lot to say about what actually happened. He wasn't interested in making any type of excuse for anybody. He spoke on how this kind of behavior hurts the legacy of Black Greek organizations and why people who cross the line should be fully held accountable. Check out what Rickey Smiley had to say, and then we're going to come back and break this all down.
I hope everybody having a blessed day. I want to talk about something. So I checked my text messages and somebody sent me a meme, a video. Then when I get to the radio station this morning, I'm watching ABC National Morning News, and it's showing a Secret Service agent that has been arrested for hazing. Grad chapter, where someone was trying to online for Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and this man was beat so bad he had to have skin grafts, another pledgee, kidneys was messed up, and all this kind of stuff. And I talked about it before, and I don't care which organization. I'm talking to the entire Divine Nine and future Divine Nine members. You know, our Divine Nine organization was not founded on any of it. And anything that I know about Omega, I ain't never seen it embedded in nothing that I read and studied to become a member of this great organization that I'm a part of, which is Omega Psi Phi. Putting your hands on somebody is motherfucking wrong. And I can honestly say, 26 years in the frat, you know, which is not a long time, I have never put my hands on anybody. And I also say that I had a perfect pledge process where I was brought into fraternity with love and respect. But don't you think for a damn minute I went taught what I needed to be taught, and there was some tough conversations in that learning process. Came in the Psi chapter, crossover with Kappa Beta Brothers in 2000. But let me say this right here. For me to go to work and look on the news and see that the Divine Nine has negative press because of dumbass 5 to 10% of members that decided to bring your funky ass back on the college campus or back to wherever to be on some pledges, and you already got a job and living your life. What the f is wrong with you for you to come back and put your hands on people, especially to the point where they have to be hospitalized? It's sick. And our great organizations are having culture issues. It's a culture, and the culture starts with cult, and that ain't what most of us joined. We didn't join no cult. We joined the fraternity, and the ladies joined the sorority. Nobody joined the cult. And y'all know that shit wrong. Every last one of y'all know that shit wrong. Being beat or being that don't make nobody more Kappa, Omega, Alpha, Sigma than anybody else. Because once your ass is in, you are a member just like everybody else. They don't make you more of a member just because you was brought to the brink of death. And there are some people feel like you really ain't no real bruh because you didn't almost die. And there's a lot of y'all walking around with post-traumatic stress disorder to this day from your pledge process. You're in your 40s and 50s, and you got post-traumatic stress disorder, and everything with you was fine before you pledged.
So I do want to ask one of y'all, because I know somebody in here is probably already a part of some fraternity or some type of sorority. Did you go through any type of experience that was pretty traumatizing when you think about it today? When you wake up in the morning and you got to walk throughout your day, do you think about what happened when you was actually trying to cross over? Let me know in the comment section down below, because, Rickey Smiley is making a statement, but I need to know what y'all think.
None of our founders. I don't know about the rest of our founders, but I know our founders defined our fraternity on that. And I really don't believe that your founders founded your organizations on that either. Because be the case, who pledged the founders? Who beat their ass? Who beat them? It's wrong. Putting people's lives at risk, putting your own career at risk, doing stuff that's stupid. Now, all of the community service stuff that could be and should be in the news is not in the news because a few narcissist assholes decided that you're going to do something stupid and put somebody in the hospital because they want to be a member of your organization. We are lucky to even make it to college in the first place. Let's start there. Let's start at, a lot of us come from the projects and come from the hood, and we didn't know where our life was going, and we make it out to college. You done survive child abuse, being jumped on by a stepdad or an uncle, watching your mother struggle and be on drugs. Your childhood was your pledge period. And your ass made it to college. And you got a decent GPA. You went to college with nothing. A handful of clothes and no money. And worked your way to where you are now. Only for you to become a member of an organization trying to find your mother in the sorority or your father in the frat or a brother in the frat or a sister in the sorority trying to be a part of something because you didn't have a lot of that growing up, only for you to end up in a hospital and being brought to the brink of death, and now you're not functioning at 100% like you was because you got post-traumatic stress disorder because somebody beat the shit out of you for wanting to be a member of their organization. Like, that's gonna make you better and bigger and stronger, or make you have more respect for your organization. I spoke out against it when Caleb Wilson died, and I'm speaking out against it today. And I've been speaking out against this since I've been in the fraternity or whatever. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I hate it. I hate that somebody sit up here now, probably gonna have to go to dialysis now. All of the people over the years that have lost their lives pledging. Share this video with your kids. The generational curse needs to be broken. It's a generational curse. Just because your uncle did it and your cousin did it, that don't mean that you need to do it because somebody else did it or because it was done to you. Your job is to break the generational curse. It's a curse. It's a generational curse. It's a generation of wrongdoing. It's wrong. Some of y'all feel like, well, if they don't beat me, then I'm not a real member of this organization or whatever, getting beat to death. And even if you join the game, They beat you up. They only beat you up for like one day, or beat you up one time and you in. Y'all sitting up here getting beat up for 6 weeks and 12 weeks and going through all of this kind of stuff, and now you ain't no good to nobody. You traumatized for the rest of your life because you wanted to be a certain member of an organization to help people and to do community service. And now you're paying for it with your life because after you pledge, you are not the same person. How many of y'all on here that pledge and you're not cool with all of your frat brothers and sorority sisters based off of everything that you went through during your pledge process? It ain't right. It ain't right. And what happened today is not a representation of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, because I know some Kappas. I've been mentored by some Kappas. One of my bosses was an old new. And pastors and different people that I know that stand up for what's right. They ain't down with this, and they weren't down with that. It's wrong. So that's what I have to say about it. Tell your kids when they go to college, when they pledge, anybody put their hands on them, call the police. And I hope all of y'all college presidents hold all of these people accountable, kick them out of school, because they don't deserve to be there. You're putting your hands on folks. That's absolutely insane, and it's wrong. So God bless y'all, the men that went through this. I hope that you all are safe, and God bless y'all. I'm sorry that y'all went through that. And every fraternity and sorority need to put up a page of members that's being kicked out for hazing. If all these fraternities and sororities are going to put out that this is a non-hazing organization, put up a page where you are showing that you are kicking members out and having them prosecuted for hazing. If that's what it is, stand on it.
All right, y'all. So that's going to do it for this video, but I need to know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Do you agree with what Rickey Smiley had to say, or do you think that he just overreacting to this whole situation? And what do you think that should happen to the people that's involved in this whole incident? If you enjoyed this breakdown, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Also, hit that like button for your boy. We almost at 5,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate y'all watching. If you watch it right now and you want to watch another good video, go ahead, tap into one of the ones that I got right here on your screen somewhere above. Also, I did a full interview with King Harris. We talked about everything from growing up with T.I. and Tiny. We talked about the beef between him and Blueface, the beef between him and 50 Cent. So go ahead, check that out. Until next time, I'm going to catch y'all in the next episode. Peace. And we out.